Now that students, we have already spoke about lattice enthalpy. Now let's talk something about hydration enthalpy, or which is also known as solvation. Now let's understand what is hydration enthalpy or solvation. For example, if we have any electrolyte, let's suppose any electrolyte like sodium chloride or potassium chloride. So let me assume that we have sodium chloride. So sodium chloride is nothing but your Na plus Cl minus, correct? So when I dissolve this in the water, your NaCl, which contains your ionic bond, dissociates, and the ions, they are continuously going away from each other. So when we dissociate NaCl in water, water is what? Your H2O, which is polar in nature. So your H2O and your Na plus and Cl minus, now there are three different types of molecules or ions in your solution. Your H2O starts gathering around your Na plus and Cl minus. So we can say that the energy release in this process, of which process, where your bond is breaking and there is a gathering of H2O molecules around your cation and anion, or any solvent molecule around your cation or anion, is known as your what? As hydration enthalpy. I hope this is clear. Let me talk to you once again. When your cation or anion is surrounded by your solvent molecules, correct? So at that time, in this process where the bond breaking is taking place and the molecules of solvent are gathering your anions and cations, in this process the energy which is released is your hydration energy or hydration enthalpy. So as the time goes, when you dissolve your sodium chloride in the water, as the time goes, what happens? The interaction between the cation and anion keeps on decreasing. You have Na plus, as you can see on your screen, and you have Cl minus. So when you dissolve this, the interaction between your sodium and your chloride keeps on decreasing, because the solvent molecules, now your solvent is water, your solvent molecules starts interacting with your chloride and sodium ion. So this interaction increases between your ions and your solvent molecule, but the interaction between the two cations and anions decreases. So your sodium is Na plus, your Cl minus is negative. So H2O, the structure of H2O is something like that. O, H, H. So if I can draw lone pair on oxygen. So your oxygen is slightly negative, we can say that, and your hydrogen is slightly positive. So sodium, okay, is surrounded by water, and your oxygen will be attracted to the sodium, something like this. And when we talk about chlorine, since we have two hydrogen, so there will be some kind of attraction between these two hydrogen and chlorine of sodium chloride. So something like this happens. So this process is nothing. The enthalpy which is released in this process is your hydration enthalpy or solvation, correct? So let's go ahead.